Welcome. I am Soopa-Dave, and today I'm going to do a review on Stranded Deep for PC, Xbox, or PlayStation. This footage is for PlayStation. So let's get started and not delay. Stranded Deep is a plane crash survival where you end up having to survive on a desert island while you gather items and you can craft buildings and shelters and tools to survive. And then you eventually use your resources up on the island and have to explore. It's currently released on PS4, PC, and Xbox One for around $20. Stranded Deep doesn't really have a storyline. It just kind of sets you out on a beginning tutorial and sends you on your way. This video, I'm trying not to give out any spoilers, but to beat the game, you have to escape, and there is basically bosses protecting your ways out of the game. So we're gonna do the bad first, and we'll do the good second. So the bad is no multiplayer, but granted, the game is stranded deep. It's not together deep. I just think that multiplayer in this game would be a lot of fun. That being said, I could understand if they intentionally made it so that it wasn't that way. Now, comparing Stranded Deep to other big survival games, it doesn't have as much content. But when I say this, take it with a grain of salt because this is only a $20 game and it is relatively new. And it doesn't have as many challenges. To me, it doesn't feel like you're really in a whole lot of threat of dying to the environment. You might starve to death or dehydrate, but there isn't a huge threat of dying. I'm not a big fan of the sunburn mechanic. I feel like it is kind of overpowering. You can only really do stuff for a few minutes at a time, or hide under a tree, or swim to get rid of it. It doesn't add any challenges. It doesn't make the game harder or challenging. It just makes you basically stand under a tree for a while. The islands in this game, where you land, are kind of on the small side, and there really isn't a whole ton of variation between them. I think it's something that hopefully they change down the road. They're all pretty small. You want to set up a base camp, but there's no islands that are different where you really like, this is one island, man, this is the one I want to settle on and have my base on. Now, the good. I love that this game is based around the surroundings and not combat based. It offers such a different experience, I think, than a lot of other games. I know a lot of people compare it to The Forest and Subnautica, which I think are very good comparisons. But a lot of big survival games like Ark and Minecraft, they're more based around survival or fighting and combat, which I'm really glad this is kind of a different feel to it. It adds a lot. Because this is basically a ported game from PC, if you're on console, Stranded Deep, the controls are a lot better than most games that get ported over. That's for sure. Most games that get ported over are just kind of rough. This one feels pretty polished on the control front. Really tough to explain why, but it is one of the most relaxing, peaceful games I have ever played. Every time I play this game, it puts me in a really good mood. I can't figure out why. I don't know if it's the environment. It's just a relaxing, fun game. Another thing I really like about Stranded Deep is it isn't overly challenging in the very beginning. You don't die a million times as soon as you get started, which I think it does a really good job of, and it can be a turnoff on some games. And another really great thing about Stranded Deep is this game has a ton of potential. I think if you've been following it, over the time frame that it's been on PC. They've been working on it, adding to it. And this game has a ton of things they could do to it, which will make it a lot more fun. So, in conclusion, I guess I really want to hear what you think of it and what score you give it. But personally, I think if you like The Forest or Subnautica or any of them type games, you're definitely gonna like this game. This is gonna be really up your alley. It doesn't have the horror elements like I guess so much like them too, especially The Forest, but it really is great. Um, I would give it a 7 or 8 out of 10. Really, when you factor in the it's only $20, and because I play a lot of survival games on the channel, it's probably going to be around. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm really interested to hear what you think, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing because we probably will be playing this on the channel. Hopefully this helps you out and it wasn't a 20-minute video. So have a good one, guys.